Hello, I'm Tony at Zoloterra Language School in Chelyabinsk, Russia. Today we're going to look at sounds made by ourselves, human beings, sounds either of the voice or other sounds, and they often express the way in which you are feeling, and also other sounds represent different actions, activities, events. And one thing that these two things sometimes have in common is that the sounds themselves are represented by the word which describes them. In other words, the sound sounds like the word which it is being described by. And we have a grammatical word for this, onomatopoeia, which means that the sounds are onomatopoeic. Let me give you some examples. Some of them might not be very onomatopoeic, but I'll try and give you a few examples where you can relate to this meaning of the sounds being represented by the sound that is made. So, for example, when we do that, we sniff. You can make your own minds up as to how onomatopoeic they are. What's the next one? When we make contact with water, we splash. So when swimmers dive into the swimming pool, they splash. Next one is the noise made by insects such as bees, mosquitoes, wasps. I think this is quite a good one. They buzz. So insects buzz. People who eat noisily with their mouth. Horrible. We call that slurping. So slurp. I didn't want to give too graphic an example. What about snake? The noise made by a snake. So a snake hisses, to hiss. When somebody leaves a tap, what we call running, they don't turn it off properly, the sound of the water is a drip. A tap drips. A lion makes a noise, we call it a roar. The lion roars. Okay. This probably annoys very many, maybe some women, maybe some men, depends if it's a husband or the wife when they are asleep or trying to sleep, and their partner, their man or wife, their husband or wife, is making a noise. Snoring. And one more example, if cars do that, cars crash. These words are all nouns, and believe it or not, they are all regular verbs. None of them are irregular. We can just simply add ed to make the past simple or past participle of all of these verbs. Crash, crashed, snore, snored, sniffed, splashed, buzzed, dripped, slurped, hissed, roared. They are all regular. Another word which we have in the English language is metaphor. And it's often to do with sounds as well, which was the main focus of the lesson today. A metaphor describes when we say that one activity has the same feature as another. So for example, if I write down her words were like a knife to my heart, this means that the person's words had the same impact as a knife being stuck into my heart. I was very upset and offended by the words. So words have the same feature as the impact of a knife. A metaphor, many metaphors. You could say, I was very busy yesterday. I had a blizzard of emails. A blizzard is used to describe weather when snow is falling sideways. But you can work out from context what it means. Emails at work, blizzard, a lot of work. So the blizzard takes on the function of having a lot of work in the form of emails. So these are examples of metaphors whereby a word takes on the meaning of another word and has the same feature of it. And lastly, because I introduced these words, onomatopoeia, onomatopoeic, and metaphor, we also have simile, which is a lot more simple. A simile, you're simply comparing two things by using either the word as or like to draw a comparison. So for example, I shall take this off, and we used to often refer to sheets which people put on their bed when they go to bed as white, because a lot of them were white. You can get coloured sheets, but often the sheets were white. So we have the phrase, he looked as white as a sheet. So a simile, you are using either the word as or like to draw a comparison between two things. And because we often had white sheets describing how someone's appearance looked, he looked as white as a sheet, very pale, maybe through shock or nerves or worry, or for some reason his face was very pale. So that's just a little bit of information, primarily about sounds, but also about these other two grammatical words, metaphor and simile, which we often group together. Thank you.